then we can add a 3-dot menu. For that, what I will going to do, I will going to use a menu of the material UI. Okay, and I will just go here. First thing will going to be, first thing will going to be using a icon button. Icon button is a button. Okay, and in an icon button we can provide a icon along with the on click event. So let me just show you first. So here we have on click first. Okay, and so any kind of thing we wanted to perform on a clicking on that button, we can do over here. Similarly, we need to do for the search thing. Okay, so let me type this icon button, because the search icon not have a on click or anything. So when we click on a search icon, then it will not work properly. So let me type this thing on click on icon button, and here I will going to use another icon that will be a dot menu or something. Here we will find 3-dot move word. Okay, so let me copy this icon, import it over here, move word, and use it as a component. If I will come here, then that is added. Let me use this SX over here as well. So those two things is added over here. You can see that we need to work on the showing a menu on click of this 3-dot. Okay, so how we will do this thing, we will going to use the menu component for it, which is provided by the material UI. So if you see on a screenshot of the WhatsApp, then you will find that we have a 2 menu button. So here we have a menu button, and here also we have a menu button. So basically what I'm going to do, that I'm going to create a single component, and we will going to use that single component in everywhere. For that, what will be the scenario? First we will go here, we will going to create a new folder, custom, I guess caps is on, custom menu button. Okay, this will be a folder name, and we will going to create a custom menu button.tsx file. With help of this snippet, we will going to generate a functional component. Now what we will going to need is, we need a code of the menu button. If you come here, and you will find that we have a simple menu button, that is a dashboard, and when we click on a dashboard, this profile, my account, those stuff are coming. In a material UI, if you go and you will see this code icon, then you will find the code written for this particular functionality. We're going to see what exactly they did. Okay, and then we're going to use the same thing for our scenario. So they use a menu component, which is this, and they use the menu item component. Okay, and let's use the same thing in our case also. So first thing first, I'm going to use a box or div, you can call basically, or I will going to use a box again, and in the box I'm going to use the code we written in here. We have written the icon button, okay, with more word icon. I'm going to just copy this thing, and remember this is a part of code we use for this case. So I'm just going to copy the more word icon, which is a 3-dot menu icon, along with the icon button component. Okay, and I'm going to just paste it over here. I will import all the necessary thing. Okay, we have to import a more word icon like this. Okay, and let me just change the capital U to small u. Also change the name. We did a small typo mistake over here. and I will hit the save. I will use this custom menu button in our right panel, import the thing from our own package, our own file which we just created, and hit the save and see that any changes are came. No, not yet. Everything is working fine like old days. And now we can go here and we can just start working on the file. So here, if you see that first we added a button, then we use the menu component. We have to do the same thing. We're going to use a menu component which is provided by the material UI. I will import that thing here, and now it accepts set of parameter, props, which we need to provide over here, otherwise it will throw an error because those are the mandatory props. We talked about the mandatory props in the last video. So what are the props we need to provide over here? The first props we need to provide is the anchor AL. That is a mandatory props, and we need a open and we need a on close. Okay, so these three things we need, and for these three things what they did, that they have created a set of variable. For anchor they created a set of variable, and I will explain it one by one what they did here. They use a use state. Okay, so instead of like this, I'm going to import the use state from the React itself, and they created a variable anchor AL and set anchor AL. What does that mean is, to control a menu we need to use this anchor AL, because anchor AL is a mandatory props for the menu. Okay, and this is a kind of local state. Okay, so with help of the use state we manage a state on the React. If you are aware about the React fundamental hooks which is required for the functional component, one of the main hooks to alter a state on a React is a use state. We just created a variable of the use state along with the set altering that variable. So suppose if we wanted to change something on this variable, whenever we will change, we have to use the set state of that particular variable. Okay, the second thing is the open, and open is nothing but just a boolean variable, okay, which will tell you that the menu button is open or closed. Okay, that is also a kind of mandatory prop. That's why when we added the open, automatically the error of the menu is gone. Okay, third thing will going to be a handle close. Handle close, whenever we will click here outside or something will happen, then we need to close the menu button, right? So for that we need to do this handle close thing. Okay, so let's use the handle close also. So I will just use copy and paste because we just need a basic thing. So I will use the handle close, and that thing we will do on close props. Okay, so these are the basic thing we need to do, and once that will be done, so use this way a basic button. It's an optional props, but to remove some extra padding and all, we can use these props. Okay, and if I will hit the save again, if I will go here, nothing will happen as of now because we haven't added a menu item. We just added a menu component, but on click of this icon button, we need to show the menu. Okay, so we have a handle click method as well. So in a handle click method, this is a handle click method. We are not doing anything. So suppose handle close is setting the anchor AL as a null. Okay, similarly in a handle click, which I will going to provide this handle click here on click of the icon button, what it will do, it will basically set the anchor L to the menu item. Okay, we are using the event the current target. With help of that, it will set this particular menu thing to the anchor L, and suppose to test this thing, if I will add a custom menu item which is here, okay, so if I will add a custom menu item here, and if I will import the menu item component from the material UI, so we just did nothing, we just copied the thing from the menu page of the material UI, and I explained everything one by one here. And if I will go here and refresh the page, then you will find that first menu is came, okay, which was the profile. So if I will click outside, then it will be gone, because whenever we are clicking outside, the handle close method is being called and it is setting the anchor AL as a null. Now what we need to modify here, we need to modify the number of thing we need to show on click of this this particular menu button. For that, what we will do, we're going to take up props. Whenever we will use a custom menu button, either we use here or we will use it here, we will going to take up props, number of menu item we wanted to show and what are the thing we need to show. Okay, for that, what I will do, I will going to create an interface like we did in the last time. I'm going to create an interface with props. It will take a parameter called data. I can name it anything, or I can name it as menu items. Okay, it will going to be an array of string. So this is the way you can define array of string in a TypeScript. Okay, as of now, let's take this thing only, then we will think what are the other parameter we need to take. So so here we need to take menu items as a props, and how we will provide a props as a type, like this way. Okay, now we are getting the menu items. Okay, and what we need to do, instead of showing this static hard-coded menu item, I'm going to use curly braces and I'm going to use a map. In JavaScript, we have a map which will take a callback method. In a callback method, what we will get the item. So menu item is an array which have a string. So type of the item will going to be string also. So it is like saying capital S. So it is like having a, let me just put this thing return, then okay. So menu item is an array, and with help of the map we're going to access that array element one by one. So suppose we have an array of A, 1, 2, 3. So this item will be 1, 2, 3 in a one at a time. Okay, so when I will do this thing with help of the map, we are converting this whole thing into the menu item. Okay, and here I'm going to put a item. So it will going to be a 1, then it will going to be a 2, and it will going to be a 3, like this way. So we are basically mapping this whole array into set of different array which will return a menu item. So now it is not a static menu item, it's a dynamic menu item. Okay, so on click, let's not bother about the on click. So whenever we will use a custom menu button, then we are asking a menu item as a props, which is a mandatory one. If I will hit the save, and if I will go on a right panel, then you will find that custom menu button is now throwing an error, because we are using a TypeScript and the props we are asking menu item is a mandatory props, and if you don't provide it, then it will throw an error. So let's pass a set of array, and here what I will do one thing, that I will go on a home page. I will going to create a new folder called utils. Okay, and here I will going to create a constant file. constant, okay, .ts file. In a constant.ts file, I'm going to create an export right panel menu items. Okay, so instead of, let me just create this thing first, then I will explain you. So here we have a menu items, and I'm going to use, these are the menu we have: context info, business detail, contact info, that will be a first, contact, business detail, rest of the thing I will put here, and I will going to take this thing. So as of now I use export cons. So basically when we use a export, then automatically that particular thing is exported for whole project. So I can access this particular constant variable which is an array in our right panel. Okay, so why I am doing this thing, because whenever if I will need to add another menu items, then I will go on this constant file, and I don't need to find where I did I have that set of array of menu. I don't need to find it here. I will just go on a constant file, okay, and I will find that particular variable, and I will add a new menus over here. Similarly, if I will add the menu thing here and I need a set of menu items, that constant I will put here only. Okay, so if I will click here, then you will find the contact info and business details, those things are coming down. Okay, as of now the background color is white. We will work on that part later. Okay, so now the menu item thing is added. Like we have created a custom menu button, and I will add those other thing which we have here later, and we will think that on click of that particular menu item what we need to do. Okay, that part we will think later, because we are just focusing on the UI part first. So as of now it is added.